It's so strange seeing yourself on camera. Okay, so I'm probably gonna move this around quite a bit because I want to have like a comfortable position where I can articulate my words and speak clearly, but I also like want the lighting to be okay. Like it's interesting. I don't really know anything about lighting, and this is like my boyfriend's Apple computer. So I'm trying to just figure out how do I look not like a ghost. I think we're just gonna stay here. So, hi, welcome to this video, my first video. The objective here is to not pause. I don't really want to edit this because I feel like it's gonna like lead to me not actually posting it. So I'm just gonna talk. Some of my favorite videos on YouTube are ones where people just like riff and they just kind of like talk and they say things, and I'm drawn to them. And so if you are someone who finds this interesting, me just talking, cool, because this is probably what most of my videos will end up being. We'll probably get a little more organized later, but for the most part, I imagine that I'm just going to kind of talk and get used to staring at my face while I speak. So weird. So beyond the position, I just want to let you know that keeping it very casual here. I originally was just going to, I had my pajamas on and I just felt the inspiration and I was like, let's just press the button. But I decided to take a shower. But still, we're keeping it cozy. I have my blanket. I have some coffee. It's still in the morning. But of course, there's a candle going. My pumpkin candle. I have 5 of these to make a pentagram for witchcraft. It's cool. Also pumpkins all year round. I like it. So there's 2 YouTube channels that I'm considering. I've created both of them at this point. Like the titles are like, I took them. And I don't know which one of them I'm actually going to post this particular video to. Kind of because I'm not really sure what each YouTube video will even really, YouTube channel will be about. I mean, the names kind of are sort of giving away what the content will be, but at the same time, they kind of could just be the same. One of the channels is called A Rose Quartz Stroll, and the other channel is called Outgoing Introverts. And again, I've like made a channel for both of them. I think the Outgoing Introverts will be more about being an INFJ and more like psychology videos and just like my struggles in the past with being really shy and like coming out the other end and being able to talk to people. Oh. Maybe that's what it'll be. Maybe it will just be me rambling, like super ramble channel, and A Rose Quartz Stroll will be more like yoga. I'm not sure. We're just going to find out together, but I'll be sporadically posting on both, and if they end up kind of seeming to be the same thing, then maybe I'll just weave them together. I really like the Outgoing Introverts title. I started a meetup group like a while ago, 2 of them actually, one in Boston and then one here in like the Bay Area, and I called it Outgoing Introverts, and it brought a lot of cool people to me who I wanted to like spend time with, and it was cool. So yeah. All right, so it's interesting. I like keep looking up or down, or probably some NLP stuff going on right now that you could probably determine from my eyes. I don't know. But it's hard to stay focused and stare while you're talking. I'm doing it right now, but all right, so what is the point of this video? Well, the point of this video, oh yes, that's right. I did have a slight objective here. Point of this video is to talk about being 30 and what I am, now that I'm 30, looking to do in the next 10 years. It's kind of broad. All right, so I had my birthday last month. It's currently May 2018, and last month, April 2018, was my birthday, April 19th. I'm right on the cusp of Taurus, but I am technically an Aries, and I like that. Fire, yay, fire. Turning 30 for some people I can imagine is like exceptionally like, oh my god, this just snuck up on me, where the fuck did this come from? But for me, I think I started processing the fact that I was going to turn 30 around like the age of 28. I was bracing myself, I was gearing up for it. So like the actual birthday, the fact that I'm no longer in my 20s as of like a month ago is not as intense for me as I think it could have been. Change is a hard thing for me sometimes. I like change. Change is exciting, but I also just sometimes really have a problem with it. Like it's something that can cause me a lot of like existential crisis. So like I know this about myself, given that I'm now 30. Like I've kind of done this a little bit here and there, like through life, and I knew around 28, I was like, all right, by the time I'm 30, if I don't really like start like recognizing that it's coming, I'm probably going to like flip out. I'm probably going to freak out about the fact that like I need to have kids and like my job, things, life. Do I own a house? Do I not own a house? Like, do I have any money in savings? Like, what is my life? Do I even have a puppy yet? Things like that. That's vague, but you get it. I'm sure you get it if you're watching this. It's just, there's lots that can be expected of you when you're out of your 20s into your 30s. And I had a lot of expectations for myself. You know, I think we all have it to some degree when we're, 19, turning 20. We're like, by the time I'm 30, I can't even fathom it, but I'll have had kids. I will own a house. I will be married. I will have like, a financial situation that's on lock. Like I'm not necessarily going to be rich, but like I'm going to have my shit figured out. But at least that was me. Not everybody's like that. I mean, especially like the generation of kids that are like 19 to 20 now, like you guys are you grew up with YouTube, so it's good. You're like a little bit more realistic, I think, about what's going on. Maturity levels. It's kind of amazing. But I digress. So I turned 30 last month, and I've really just been evaluating what bucket list, I guess you could say. My bucket list for the next 10 years. I don't expect this to be all-encompassing of everything that I ever want to do, and I'm not looking to make it that long. I think I have enough perspective now and understanding of myself where when I start listing these things, I think I actually can achieve them because I want to. I'm clear on it. Some of them might be bucket list items that I like spit out right now because I'm on camera and I'm a little distracted. But other things that I'm about to say are things that I really have thought long and hard about. Also, side note, like my hair used to be long. I cut it all off. I like shaved my head at the end of the 2016 Bernie Sanders cycle. And not really in protest, but maybe in protest. Lots of things. We can talk about that in another video, shaving your head. But it's growing out now because I decided I wanted to let it finally. I did a whole year of not having like hair. Like I shaved my head and I kept it shaved for like a year. It was kind of fascinating. But anyways, it's growing out now, and this part is really long, and it constantly is getting in my eyes. But, I mean, I have a headband. I have a lot of headbands. But I don't really like wearing them. I'm trying to just get used to it. Because it leaves, like, this bump in my hair, Anyways, yes, I apparently am 30. Also, I have, like, no makeup on. So I look a little older when I do. I look like I have like less of a cherubby face. I mean, I have some wrinkles starting on my baby face. Okay. This is going to be hilarious. I am fascinated to know who like watches me. Am I going to post this? Okay, I need to act less weird or else I'll probably just be too embarrassed and I will be like, somebody that I apply for a job will find this on the internet and think that I'm nuts. But that's okay. That's okay. All the videos will... In a group, once I make all of them, I think I won't be embarrassed. This is the first one. I think you're supposed to be embarrassed with your first video. Okay, so being 30, what do I want to accomplish? Number one, I've gone all over the place with the idea of children. I've thought about the fact that I want them. I've thought about not wanting them. I've explored this. I've like gone through the trauma of my own childhood, and I've come out with, as it stands, the desire to have children. At the same time, I'm still not ready. I'm not married yet, so that's like a big part. Like, I want to be married before I have a child. I'm in a relationship right now. It's going pretty well. Nevertheless, like, I don't know what the future holds. And nevertheless, I know that unless something devastating happens, or like I don't have the capacity to have children, knock on wood, I hope I do, but like, I want at least 2 kids. I'm down for adoption. I, would go through, if I could afford it, the IVF, whatever, all the technical things. But I currently am 30, and up until like you're 35, you're still in a good place. Once you get past 35, it becomes harder, but it's still possible. And I'm not ready yet, but by the time, my 40th birthday comes, I endeavor to have had 2 children. I feel more upset that it's just one and have a puppy as well. There we are. And if I have like 3, that's cool too. If I had twins, that would be pretty amazing. But I want kids. I do. I want kids. I'm great with kids. Not always great with kids, but pretty freaking good with kids. I nannied, I've babysat, like, all ages, infants to like freaking middle school age kids. Like, I definitely, I know that I would be a good parent. It would be hard. I'd regularly be clueless about what to do in any given situation, but being a parent is the thing I want. So that's the first one on my list. Be a parent of at least 1 to 2 kids. Okay, next up. This might sound a little funny coming from my little perky self right now, but I want to get my MBA. And getting my MBA, maybe through evaluation, after I really start looking into this, like, thoroughly, maybe I'll decide that's not the pathway. Maybe I'll decide that a different graduate program is better for me. As it stands, this is not just a video, this is like a series of videos, like my educational pathway. But as it stands, I really do think that getting an MBA would be appropriate for me. It would allow me to do what I want to do. There's certainly the pathway of, like, you don't need an MBA, but I don't need to explain it all here. If I explain everything as to why it's on the list in this video, I think that I will probably just be here all day long. I haven't really prepared this, so MBA. I won't get an MBA. Yes, Sheryl Sandberg. Yes, lean in. I freaking live in San Francisco. We're gonna make this happen. I'm getting an MBA. This is gonna happen. So funny. I think I'm slowly getting used to the whole, like, looking at myself while I talk and, like, posing. Okay, so kids, MBA. How the fuck am I gonna do all this? I don't fucking know. We're gonna figure this out. Okay, horseback riding is number 3. There's a horse up here. How do I do this? See the horse? Do you guys see the horse? Yes, you see the horse. I have a picture of a horse. So when I was a kid, I grew up visiting my grandmother very frequently, like practically, like she was my primary, like, child care participant while my parents worked for the earliest part of my life. And she had a horse ranch, like a horse boarding ranch. They sold it before I was ever, like, at an age where I could, like, ride or anything, but I definitely grew up knowing what a horse was, and smelling horses, like being around hay and stables. And I don't really know exactly what happened, but about 3 years ago, I had, like, this moment. I think I was riding my bicycle, actually, because, sometimes riding a bike can mimic riding a horse. I don't know. It can. Also sailing kind of can too, but I digress. So riding a horse, it crossed my mind. I was like, I need to do that. That's a thing. And I still haven't really made it a priority, mostly because, like, it's come and it's gone. But very recently, within, like, the last 2 months, there was this Jennifer Lawrence editorial in, what was it? It wasn't Vogue. It wasn't Elle. Maybe it was Elle. I have it. Hold on. That's not the one. Hang on. but okay. This. Vanity Fair. There we are. There's this editorial about Jennifer Lawrence. There's some horses. There's just something in that entire... the imagery, really. It's not really so much what she said. It's like how it was all laid out that it just, like, it inspired me. And so horseback riding. I want horseback riding to be a thing that is in my repertoire. I want to know how to horseback ride. I want to horseback ride. I don't want to necessarily own a horse. That would be cool. Maybe, like, when I'm rich, if I am rich, you don't necessarily need to be rich. I don't know. Owning a horse is not on the list here I'm making. Horseback riding, being one who horseback rides is my thing. That was 3. 4, yoga practice, daily yoga practice, weekly yoga practice, however you want to call it. But my yoga, I practice it. I'm doing yoga teacher training next month. Core power yoga is what I'm doing. I chose core power yoga. Yes, it's kind of corporate yoga, but also it's very standardized. It's very clear. It's very, very much my vibe, my style when it comes to where I want to find my initial learning base. I think I just got an eyelash in my eye. It's just such a straightforward approach to teaching yoga. I could certainly, especially being here in the Bay Area, I'm grateful for the fact that there are so many other kinds of studios available to me. Regular Vinyasa flow, very much more connected to the spirituality of yoga, the history of yoga. Core power yoga is very much like kind of like Americanized yoga, like to the nth degree. I get it. But nevertheless, I love core power yoga. I love it so much. It's freaking amazing. You should come to a class. It's badass. Core power yoga kicks your butt. Get a great workout. It's heated. I love heated. I love Bikram, but like core power yoga is even better. Core power yoga is the bomb, and I'm really excited to be doing my 200-hour teacher training with them starting June 18th. So next month. Holy shit. Very excited. I will be documenting this. That is the ambition. So that kind of leads me into my next one. So just to recap, we have at least 1 to 2 kids, get my MBA, horseback riding, daily/weekly yoga practice. I don't want to make it too intense, but like I practice yoga regularly during my 30s. Like, this is like a thing. This is not like a complicated thing. Like when you're like, what does Jane do? You're like, she rides horses and she like does yoga. And she has some kids and she has an MBA. I'm gonna be really busy. We're gonna figure it out though. So we're leading into now my 5th thing. What is my 5th thing? My 5th thing for my 30s. Oh my god, it just evaporated from my mind. Holy crap. No, it totally just escaped my mind. It was connected. I was talking about yoga, practicing yoga, core power yoga. This is why you would pause. I can probably stall a little bit though, but stalling will take up brain space that I will not be using to think about what the 5th thing is. Well, one of the obvious things here, which I'm not saying, is I want to get married. Yes, I would like to get married, very much so. Want to get married, want to have tons of fun with my partner before the kids come along. Again, I have lots of things to do. But it's exciting, it's life. I love my life, yay. Should this be the cover photo of this video? I don't think anyone's gonna watch this, so I can just make this as dumb as I want. Okay. We're gonna have some more coffee. So that's my 5th thing. Get married. Wow. So in my 30s, I'm gonna have some kids. I'm going to get my MBA. I'm going to become a horseback rider. I'm going to have a daily, weekly yoga practice. I'm going to get married. My list should not clearly be too much longer because that's a whole lot of stuff. Nevertheless, oh yeah, I should have had this like be, not should, I don't like the word should, but I want to get my MBA, of course, but I also want to use my MBA. I know that might not seem like it's even necessary to put on the list, but it is. I need to use my MBA. So, use my MBA. Number 6. Like 5, 6. Use my MBA. Next up. Oh, yeah, now I remember. Okay, this ties into the yoga thing, because I was talking about documenting the process. There we are. Okay, here we go. So, I don't want to be one of those people who says all the fucking time. Also, I hate it when people apologize at the beginning of YouTube videos. They're like, I haven't been here for 3 months. I'm so sorry. And they talk about it forever. I mean, I'm sure I'm doing things that are irritating too, possibly. But those are really irritating. And I don't want to do that. 7. My 7th thing is have a YouTube channel. Facts about me and videos. So remember camcorders? Some of you may, some of you may not. Like they'd be like on your shoulder because they're so enormous and big. They'd have like a VHS tape. My dad, when he got a new camcorder, gave me the old camcorder. I think I was probably like 4th grade, 5th grade, something like that. Can't quite remember. I had a camcorder. I was excited. And so I'd set it up on my dresser, and I would record myself. I had video journals. These videos, these VHS, I might have taped over them because I was embarrassed because I was like a middle schooler. Maybe I kept some of them. I'm sure probably some of them still exist. But way before YouTube, way before all this internet-y stuff was all like, you know, social media, personal branding, I was making YouTube videos, but like on a camcorder. And I remember thinking to myself, like, LiveJournal. Was LiveJournal around when I was in 5th grade? I don't know. Eventually it was. I did this sporadically. Like, I regularly had a practice of, like, recording myself. I didn't do it all the time, but I chronicled my life over the years. And the footage, I wonder if that exists still in a box somewhere. I probably would have kept it. I don't know. But yeah, so when real YouTube started, like, back when Michelle Phan was still, like, making homemade videos, like, making, like, face masks, and she wasn't, like, all famous yet. Like, I remember watching that and being like, oh my god, I need to make a YouTube channel, I'd love this. And I never did! I, like, sat down once or twice, like, within the last 6 years, I sat down once or twice, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. And I think I recorded something, and then I didn't post it. Not like this video. I'm gonna post you. But yeah, it doesn't have to be that complicated. I don't need to have, like, this endeavored desire to, like, become YouTube famous. I feel like I really get a lot from just speaking. And once I get used to it, I can be concise. Which is not the point of YouTube, but I just think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. I've always liked editing videos. I did like editing videos. I liked Final Cut Pro. I liked iMovie back in the day. I don't even understand how to do lighting anymore. So, like, not that I ever really did. But point is, I will, like, pick up some skills, I'm sure, by, like, making these videos and chopping them up and, like, adding the texty stuff and whatever the hell else you do. I sound old saying that. But I think it'll be fun. And so, number 7 is have a YouTube video, YouTube channel. At least one. So, is there anything else? 8. Plants. I want to have plants. Tons of plants. My house right now is pretty good for plants. I have a decent little collection. I shall show you. Little plants. These are from my boyfriend's brother. It's very dark. I know you can't really see. And then there's some air plant things over here. You can see in front of my TV. That's pretty cool. But there was this one point a couple years ago where I had this garden thing going. It was fantastic. I loved it. Like, when the moon came out, I'd, like, bring my plants and we'd have, like, this, like Wiccan ceremony with them, and I didn't imbibe like good vibes, and I really was getting into like being like a hedge witch kind of thing, like not really, but like kind of. And then I joined a political campaign that took away my life for an entire year, and it was wonderful, and I don't regret it. But it definitely took me away from plant life in the way that I was. I could have probably tried to like lug a plant around on planes, but like, who the fuck does that? Actually, I've heard that some people do that. That's like a cultural thing, I think. Like you bring a plant when you travel to stay grounded. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, what I'm saying here, please comment below. I said comment below because you will be a real video. I should post you. Okay, what else? What else? I think that plant thing I just kind of threw in, but now we're now phasing into exploration. I guess if we're gonna like mention the YouTube thing, then I guess I'll mention this. I've wanted to do coaching for a while. I've done coaching in like job settings for like particular skills to help people hone, but I have not done the kind of coaching that I have imagined. This is a little complicated to describe, and I don't want to sound less serious about this than I actually am, but like I know that when I sit with people one-on-one or have one-on-one phone calls with people, or there's like a small group of people, generally in a circle, physically present, I am good at facilitating conversations. I am good at getting to the root of the issue and helping people to navigate to a plan and pathway that like will work. And so coaching is in my future. I don't know how it will manifest exactly. But truly going forth with my coaching desires and, putting the shingle out, so to speak. Next, in my 30s, as I hold this cup, I don't know if you can tell, but bite my nails. I know. Often I put like acrylic nails on. Like for those of you that don't know what the fuck that is, it's like you have your real nails and then like they put like these like fake nails basically on your nails with some acrylic and some like it's just they look long and pretty. They kind of look like they're yours, except sometimes when they're done poorly, they're like totally not yours. I don't get like dragon nails that are just like I want to kill you. No offense if like you like that. I'm sorry, I think that looks crazy. How the fuck do you pick anything up? How do you type? What is your life? What do you do? How do you, like, have nails that are, like... But, yeah, I keep more of, like, the lesbian nail. Not because I'm, like, actually needing to. But, just because I bite my nails. I've bitten my nails since, like, I've had teeth, I think. Like, I can't even fathom a time. I can't remember a moment in my life where I didn't bite my nails. But a part of, like, my getting married story in my mind is that, like, I will be proposed to when my nails are long enough kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe that's really weird. I don't know. I mean, here's what I don't want. I guess, if I'm really being serious. I don't want to get a proposal and have, like, the ring put on my hand, and it's, like, all cute and stuff, and then, like, my nails still aren't long, and, like, we want to take the photo, and I'm like, no! So, just regularly having a practice of having pretty nails that are actually mine. I've gotten pretty far into growing them out a few times, but then, like, a stress storm comes, and then I'm just like, bah, and I don't even realize it, and then I bite them all off. So, that's something I want. I think that's number 9. I think that's where I'm at right now. That's cool. I'm going to write this all down after. And then, shows. That was the other thing. That's going to be my final thing for this current bucket list. I want to go to shows. I sound like a 2000s emo kid that like is imagining what they want to be doing during like their early 20s. I don't know what I'm saying here. I guess what I'm trying to say is that like I have a wide variety of things that I apparently want to do in my 30s. These are things that I've enjoyed a little bit in my 20s, or these are things that I know that I used to love, but I don't do anymore. I want to go to shows. This is hella gorgeous. Shows, when I say shows, what do I mean? I'm not really sure. I don't mean like going to a big stadium and watching Lady Gaga. That's cool. I think I just mean like local things. Like I want to be with people my age. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to be like bouncing around with like freaking 21-year-olds. But I want to go to live music. There we go. That's what we call it. I want to go to more live music. I want to go to more shows. I want to surround myself with music. Like I love music. I love listening to music. And I think that most of my life, I just was like, when I thought about going to live music, for the most part, I'd be like, nah, not for me. I'm too shy, or like, I don't really like crowds, but that's bullshit. I'm fine with that now. Like, it's not a big deal. And I would like to go to shows. I think that I love to dance. I love, like, singing along to things. I want to go and have that be, like, a thing I do. So I horseback ride. I do yoga, and I go to shows. These are not really, like, aspirations. These are more just, like, I know I want to do it, so let's go do it. Is that what an aspiration is? I don't know, but you get the hint. You get the point. Is that a hint? I don't know. I say words. Sometimes they're the right words. Sometimes they're not. Just keep plowing through. And if you just keep going, no one will eventually remember. Unless you can put it on YouTube. This is coffee. Nothing but coffee. Alright guys, so I don't know how long this video is, but I'm getting hungry. It's pretty much lunchtime, so we're gonna end it here. I think that, like, this was fun. This was interesting. And I will see you later.